OMG, look who it is. It's Kuso. Are you still doing that assignment, or are you free? Or are you on a different assignment? Because that's also a thing that happens in school. I do remember being in school. I was just in school a few months ago. You're not actually here, but actually projecting onto me? Damn. I wanted to ask if you wanted to hang out. Oh. Wait, is it... Am I muted? Never, you're still in school. Okay, I'm understanding that I'm not muted. And I'm actually gonna change. Okay, cool. Are you available? Okay, are you available for me to bother, or like? Can you not VC, or I'm not sure what the. I understand you're actually projecting directly into my brain, but do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? And then you'll be free? Okay. Yeah, well, next week I'll have more work. No. Well, yes. Well, we'll see if that works out. If not, I can quit my second job, which I haven't started. Just one more week. You hate me so much. When is your... Are you in class, like, right now? Or is it just... Because it'd be funny if you were in class right now. Hi, Mint. Wow, you're early for us. Usually you show up at the end of a stream, or like halfway through. What's up? So sorry, Kuso. So sorry, King. We've noticed you have some unused printers. Would you like to remove them? I think I've printed maybe one thing from this computer, and it was to one printer. My will return, I love you, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, have fun. Nothing's really going on. I just wanted to know if you wanted to hang out. I will. Yes. I've returned to the love of my life, himno. Yeah, let's put that. I have a plant. I have multiple. I have 3 plants actually in my room. But for my birthday I got a ZZ plant. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my birthday stream. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't do a birthday stream. I got a ZZ plant. It is too big for my windowsill. So it's just been hanging out on my desk, because my desk is like right in front of the window. I've been thinking about getting another smaller table to put right beside my desk. But then that blocks off space. So it's a whole deal if I do that. But it might be the better idea. Or at least an idea. And then I can get more plants, which will be fun. Although it'll be difficult to get new plants just in general, considering how dark my room is. And it's not because I'm a gamer heathen. It's because my room is... Wait, so okay, that way is east? No. I think my room is like southwards facing. I don't remember. I figured it out at one point and then I fully forgot. I have missed this game. I like looking at this game so much. It was raining today, so it's that kind of vibes. Although I was always planning to play Himno today, so, or well, Himno next. I was gonna play it on Tuesday. Then I didn't want to stream on Tuesday, so. It was always east. North? Am I facing north? Whatever. Either way, my room is dark because even though I have a very big window that takes up like an entire quarter of my wall, I'm facing the wrong direction, and I barely get any sunlight in here. It's very dark, and so plants do not like growing in here. Especially when it's like winter, which it isn't right now, but it was winter. Yeah. I have one of my plants is doing swell. Maybe not swell. It is quite possibly outgrowing its pot. I'm gonna have to repot that. I think it's growing. I don't know. It's like it's not a succulent because it can't be a succulent, but it is. It's got it's real strange looking. We're not real strange looking, but it's not quite leaves. It's more just like. Have you ever seen like an which one? I guess sort of like an aloe vera, how the leaves of it are thicker and have more mass to them. It's kind of like that. And I never know if I've watered it enough or not enough. Cause it just sometimes I forget to water these plants and it just looks the same. You're good. You're fine, man. I'm just here to ramble. It's ramble time. It's rambling time. So I don't mind if you don't. I don't mind whatever you're apologizing for. I'm not quite sure what you're apologizing for. I'm doing dandy. I have decided that's the word I'm gonna use. I am dandy today. I think that's all the things. I want a few times I've played this game and then I've gotten so many wisps that the wisp garden is just way too bright and almost uncomfortable to look at, and that's the goal for today. That's what I want. Forget about it. Exactly. That is the proper way to care. Why am I stuck here? That is the proper way to care for them. They have rhizomes, little potatoes. Yeah, I've been wanting more plants in my room, but again, my room is so dark that it's hard to find ones that I like that'll be fine, because it's like, it's not even part shade, honestly. It's like, it's I don't get any direct sunlight at all. And the humidity is variable, so like there are some plants that are more low light, like ferns, but they're harder for the humidity. And I also don't have that much room because I just don't have a lot of ledges that aren't directly behind a bookshelf. Because I have a bunch of animals, and by a bunch I mean 3. I have Animalia, not quite animals, I have Animalia, and I can't, there's like space, I was thinking of, because they're on a bookshelf, and so there's space beside them on the bookshelf. However, the part that has more space is right below the heater, which will be fine in like the summertime, because the heater won't be on, but I can't put them there in the wintertime because they will just cook. So I don't, so I only have like a small space. If I get another table, then I have to get rid of the floor bed, but I don't really use the floor bed that often anyway, but that's because it's been winter, so I haven't been going on the floor. And I use the floor bed a lot more often in like the summer, so we'll see. We'll see. I probably will get rid of a floor bed just because it's kind of inconvenient, especially because it's right in front of my bed drawers. Gotta start hanging them. I do have, okay, so I have one plant hanging from my, like the curtain rod in front of my window because it needs a little bit more light. So it's hanging there. It hasn't liked, it's a little tropical plant, which is weird that it survived this long because I did get it last year. Because it gets real cold by my window, and it was, the tag was like, yeah, it has to be it doesn't do well when it gets cold. So I was like, it might not survive, but it's alive and it's getting warmer, so I hope it'll be fine. It also has not gotten a lot of light, so it's kind of sparse, but it has survived, and I do keep forgetting to water it. It's like a, I don't actually know what plant it is because the tag does not have a name on it, but it's a like a viney dangling plant, and not one of the not one of like the typical ones, not like the string of blanks, but all of the things are like all of the little vines and the leaves are all like curled upwards, I think because they're trying to get more light, which is very funny and kind of sad. I feel really bad, but I don't have it. You're right in front of the window, and you're like, because of the it's attached to my curtain rod, I can't close the window the whole way, so it's always like, it's never covered. It's always in as much light as my room gets, and it's not very happy with that. I want to do more hanging plants, but I don't have more room to put them, because I don't want to put more on my I don't want to put more on the curtain rod, just because if I do, I might break my curtain rod. It's not a very good curtain rod. I do have, there's like 2 hooks on my ceiling for reasons unknown. One of them is too far from the window and just like in the middle of my room, so there's no point of putting it there. The other is right above me right now, like in front of the, almost right in front of the window, and that's originally where I wanted to put the plant. However, it is broken, so I can't even use it. It's just there. It's just a little stub of it. So that's unfortunate for me. But oh well. I might do the table in front of my right in front of the window, and then I'll just open my window curtain, because the thing is right in front of my window is the vent. It's on the floor, so I can't cover that, so it needs to be a wider window, because I do have like a little side table shelf thing in the corner closer to my bed that I could use, except if I put that where the light is, it covers the vent, and I can't do that because it might set a fire in my house. But also it needs to be warm, so we'll figure something out. Might have to get rid of floor bed. I guess I could just sit in my actual bed or downstairs on the floor. You know what? I might just do that. I might just sit down the floor downstairs more often, because that's fun. I've been doing that after work every day, and I'm just enjoying floor time. That's what my mom calls it, because I will just lie down there. We have a carpet that is relatively plush. It's comfy. My mom has coined floor time and stair time for reasons. I do enjoy sitting on the stairs. That's just a thing. I don't know why. I just sit on the stairs. Only the stairs to my room. Well, my and my dad's room. Because the stairs to the basement are sharp. For some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's to make it cleaner, but on our stairs to the basement, there's these metal, like, corner protectors. But they just make the corners incredibly sharp and liable to break your skull open if you fall down those stairs. And they, like, hurt. They can hurt to walk up because of how sharp they are. And I do not wear shoes on the shoes inside. And also tripping. But the stairs to upstairs, so many stairs, are carpeted, which is kind of annoying, but alas. What did I do today? What can I talk about? I actually don't know. I say ramble time, but then I don't plan anything to ramble about, so we gotta wing it. Yeah, what did I do? I was just facing things. It's really boring. Actually, what I was doing at work today was very boring. It's like a lot of my job is doing the same thing over and over again, but on various sizes of metal. So, various sizes of pieces of metal. There was some variety yesterday because I had 3 different sizes of metal to do things on. If it was planned, it wouldn't be rambling. You did. Hey, I could ramble about topic plans. I can ramble about a lot. Okay. don't discount my ability to talk about literally nothing. Oh, there's not water down there. That is a hole in the ground. What have I been doing lately that I can talk about? What I've not been doing lately is going to the library and reading actual physical books, and I've been meaning to do that, but it is expensive to take the bus places, and I guess I could go to the closer library, but it's so much smaller that it's kind of not worth it. And there's no secluded spaces. And it kind of just looks like a daycare. Which is maybe a little mean to the library, but it kind of just looks like a daycare, and I don't want to go there. I want to go to the other library that's bigger and nicer. Although I guess if I'm going to a library that's bigger and nicer, I might as well just go to one of the libraries downtown, but it also takes forever, so I'm not gonna do that. Speaking of things I have to do, I have to do a bunch of government paperwork things. I don't have to do them right now, but it'd be nice to do them at some point, because my health card expired. I don't know if I've mentioned this here. My health card expired, which has been like the only government ID I've had because I don't have a driver's license. Although technically it does not count as a government ID, but it is a form of identification I can use. I do have to get a form of government ID because I'm now coming to a point in my life where it's just inconvenient not to have one, and I'm not getting a driver's license. So I have to go, oh hello! I have to go and apply for, not apply, because they will give it to me. It's not like a you can't have a thing. It's like I have to go get it. I have to go and like buy it. I have to. Is that like a thing? Why is it? I actually don't know how this works. Why do I have to pay for this government ID? Don't they? Isn't that like a thing? Whatever. I gotta get a photo card, is what it's called. Get a driver's license. Hello. No, I'm not getting a driver's license. But yeah, I have to get a photo card, and I hope that I'll be able to do them both at the same time. I'm gonna keep saying apply, because I don't know what other word to use. Apply for an ID, and then also renew my health card. But they're both going to, either of them are going to take a couple of weeks, so, or both of them are going to take a couple of weeks, so I'll have to wait. I should have done it earlier. Could have gotten the ID by the time I was 16, but to be fair to myself, after I turned 17 during COVID, so, like, and at the time I didn't need an ID, and I also wasn't getting a driver's license, so it was like not useful. It's $35 to get in the first place, so whatever. So I'm hoping to be able to do that on Saturday. If not, although on Saturday I'm also doing blood donation, because I've been meaning to do that for years, and then I just haven't. Although again, when I turned 17, which is when you can legally donate blood here, oh, that was much louder than I thought it would. When I turned 17, it was literally, I turned 17 2 weeks after quarantine hit, so okay, like I I have an excuse a little bit. I'm not. It was a thing, okay? It was a thing. And then I started getting tattoos, and you can't, you gotta wait a couple of months before, or a couple of months after getting a tattoo or a piercing before you can, donate blood. And please don't fall in the water, thank God. And it's like, cause I started getting tattooed when I was 18, and then I got tattooed when I was 19, and then I got tattooed when I was 20, so I did, and I kept getting tattooed, and there wasn't enough time, because whenever I'd think about it, it would be like 2 months after I got a tattoo, and I'd be like, oh, I can't, I literally can't right now, and then every time I forget that in order to donate blood, you have to create an appointment, which is sort of a hindrance. I mean, I get why they're not gonna have people permanently just like prepared to draw blood at all times, but it is like a hindrance to my donations. Because if it was just like I can walk into a place and just wait a couple hours, that would honestly be better, or that would be more convenient to me. But it's not. I have to book an appointment, and I booked this in like January or something. Actually, I can check when I booked it, because that January is probably incorrect. If I can, I don't know. If I can find my phone. It is like twilight right now. It is blue outside because it is twilight. Where did I go? On my bed somewhere? No? That's not my phone. Well, that's where is it? Also, my mom made me a little bear. Well, no, she made a little bear. Like crocheted a little. Oh, there it is. It's on my desk. She crocheted a little bear because she went to a yarn warehouse, whatever. Last weekend. It's like a girls trip with her friend, and she saw a bear there, and she wanted to make it, so she found one of the things, a pattern online, and made it. Yeah. Okay, it was February 14th, apparently. Valentine's Day was the day I so it wasn't January, but it was a couple months ago. Yeah, and that was the soonest one that wasn't on a weekday, and I was gonna take off time from work to go donate blood, so yeah. So it is like at 12. So I was thinking about trying to go to the Service Canada before donating blood, but here's the thing. I don't actually know how long it takes to get there to where my appointment thing is set up, and I don't know how long it'll take for me to get to the front of the line, because there's basically always a line unless it's raining, or for some reason the last Saturday I that I'd been past that area, there was no line. It was like a sunny day, which is... I didn't get the red eyeball. Damn it. I forgot. Shoot. And I'm level 18. Ugh. Yeah, so I might be lucky and there's no one there, or I could be unlucky and it's like a 4-hour wait and then I don't have time to go to my blood appointment because it's pretty sure it opens at 8. It opens at 8. I don't have enough time. So I'll probably go after, which will suck. But I was the one who made the appointment. So we'll find out. And then on Sunday I have plant job meeting. Woo. I was told I'd be contacted, but I wasn't contacted, and I'm wondering if I should email my boss. Or my not my boss. Not yet my boss? Not yet my boss again. We'll see. And maybe I should, because that's in 2 days. Because last time, I got an email that they wanted to meet back with me before going back for like feedback and stuff, but I don't know. I also got an email confirming that I'd be joining them for the thing last year, but I didn't this year. I don't know. I'll just show up and see what happens. So I have other things I'm doing. And by that I mean I don't want to contact them. I feel like it'd be weird. I feel like it'd be weird if I did. Also, it's not like I need this job, so I would like to do plant job. I think it would be fun. Speaking of plants and jobs, I have a new coworker at my current job. I knew her from before because she was in the same program as me for the CNC machining stuff. So that's cool. She's nice. But she was telling me about another job she did where she was just doing tree planting. She described it as being out in the boonies, which is a phrase I've heard before. It's just not a phrase I hear often. It's so fun. But it's like a camp thing out in the middle of nowhere, and you stay there for like 3 months and you plant trees and get paid per tree you plant, which sounds like so much fun. I would love it if I had friends who would do that with me, and also like time. No, I do have time, but I would love it if I had friends who would do that. I'm upset. Damn. I wanted more. Oh, maybe I did get the red eyeball. What? I'm not seeing any wisp. Ah, okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'd love it if I had friends to do that with, me. Although, I want to do things to make new friends, so maybe if I do it without having friends already there, I'll make new friends. Yeah. Haha, funny thing. When you- oh, there it is! When you do things where you're in a place for, when you're in a place regularly, you meet people who recognize you and you can become friends with them. That's what happened when I went back to school. When I did my program, I made friends. I can make more friends if I go do stuff regularly. That's not just my job where there's well, 6 people now, including myself. But I need motivation and energy to do that. Like, streaming works, but I would like real life friends. Then again, I can also just talk to my friends. I do have friends. I am just acting like I do not have friends. I certainly have friends. I just don't talk. I don't see them. I don't see them ever, and I really want to see them, like hang out with them. I was gonna do that for my birthday, and then I got sick. I got like food poisoning, and then we didn't arrange anything else because right after was Easter, and then I didn't, yeah, and then I didn't arrange anything. But it's fine. Don't fall in again. God. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was. Oh yeah. We will hopefully be doing D&D in the summer. And, no, don't. Why did you die? Yo, okay. Oh. Okay. What just happened? I pressed enter and the whole thing, and then it pulled up, not even, it didn't even pull up Steam. It pulled up my web browser onto something. I actually don't know what it pulled up. I wasn't paying attention. Computer's having a time. Alright. I guess we're starting again. Yeah, my DM here wants to do weekly sessions, and he'll have time. Or at least he said he wanted to do weekly sessions. We used to do weekly sessions way back when we had, when we were in high school. Because we could. Because we all knew each other's schedules, our weekly schedules, and we could do it. Plus, I want to climb up here specifically. Whatever. Yeah, we knew each other's, like, daily schedules, or weekly schedules at that point in time, so we could kind of count on us all being essentially available on, like, Friday afternoon for a handful of hours to play D&D. But now that we are adults, we have less free time. And also differing schedule. Well, no, we have differing schedules. I have about the same amount of free time as I had in high school. But yeah, we have differing schedules, so we can't really, or we were having a hard time finding session time, and by a hard time, I mean we haven't played since last year. Sometime in the summer, I think it was like literally August is the last time we played. Maybe it was September, but we have not played in a while. Which is kind of the way of it. Because we've all been, or well, not we. I haven't, but my friends, well, I have been in school on and off. But, yeah. Winter, the killer of campaigns. Although I was playing my other, D&D session, or D&D campaign, though that one, the plan was month monthly, and then we also haven't been able to play because there was Easter and scheduling conflicts, so we'll find out when I play that. Hopefully, I won't have to schedule my D&D sessions around each other. Well, no, that actually wouldn't be too bad. I am planning for doing lots of stuff right now and I'm feeling happy and good, and I am a little bit dreading when the thing happens where I can't do anything because that will happen at some point and I will feel sad about it. I'm gonna have to switch my schedule, my work schedule. Hopefully I can, like, God, like, I wish my work started earlier. Like, I started at 10:30 right now, which is fine. It's fine. Like, it's good in some ways because I can sleep in the mornings, or, like, not wake up so early. Although if I did have, like, a more direct route to work, it would be a lot easier. Or if I just left earlier and there was no traffic, because I am going to work and, like, the, like, prime people going to work time, which I guess is expected, but one of the things I like about morning shifts, or at least morning shifts at Plant Job, was the fact that I was on the bus when no one else was on the bus, and, like, it was and, like, no one was, well, not no one, but there was a lot less traffic too, and so things went by nicer. Yeah, I wish it was earlier, and then I would adapt to it being earlier so that I can get more hours in without having to stay so much later. Because right now I'm only working about 6.5 hours, but to be fair, my boss also shows up around the time I show up, so I can't really go earlier. Although, yeah, I want to. I don't like that. That scares me. Yeah, if I could work more hours, it'd be nice. I think it's like 32 hours. Plus minus, like, an hour or so, just because I will stay a little bit longer every couple of days just to finish up whatever work I've been doing. But, like, my pay is not bad. It's actually pretty good for being. It's pretty good as someone who is paid minimum wage. Well, no, a little bit more than minimum wage before, but it's like minimum wage here is like 15 something. Although that might have changed because it changes like every year, and I don't remember what it is right now. But it is like I get $21. Yeah, I get $21 instead of 15 or 16 or whatever, which is nice. And I don't really have any expenses right now except for my Presto card, my bus fare, which is expensive. I remember that they used to do like monthly bus passes, and it was like a set price and you can use it in an unlimited amount every month. And I was thinking about if they still have those. I actually don't know if they've just, I don't like this, if they've just like not outlawed, phased out, that's the word, phased out those in favor of Presto. I hope they haven't, but if they, if I do go that route, I do have to keep buying them every single month, which might be cheaper because right now I spend about $140 every month to get to and from work, which is, in the grand scheme of things, not actually that much money, considering I... Everything is okay, considering that's for the entire month, but I think that's about... It's a little bit more than a day's pay. Yeah, it's like a day and... a day and an hour. Well, it'd be a day if I worked... It'd be less than a day if I worked 8 hours, but I don't. But yeah, a day and a bit, which is not bad for it being an entire month. But I do remember at one point, I don't know why, I actually don't know if this is true, but my brain's telling me that at one point bus passes, like monthly bus passes, were $128. I remember I had calculated that at some point simply because I was thinking about it because I used to do tickets because I took the bus to school. I would get tickets, but and I wanted to like calculate which would be more effective. And at the time, even though I was going to school and I was going to school every day, taking the bus there and back, just because of it being a youth, like me being on the youth fare, it wasn't like it cost less for me to just do like everyday ticket or like tickets or something like that, but that's probably not true anymore. I also don't know if I'm on youth fare. I checked my Presto and it said youth, but I don't think that's true. It is because I work in Mississauga and I live in, well, the GTA. So I go between two bus lines or two bus services. The My Way and then TTC. TTC is cheaper. Last I checked, actually, it was cheaper last I checked. I don't remember. And My Way is, I know My Way's $3.40 per fare. At the very least, it's all I can transfer between them without paying more, because I used to have to pay twice, so I was paying $12 a day. It's so expensive. Yeah, paying $12 a day to get to work, which is not worth it. But then in February they changed the thing, so I stopped doing that. I didn't actually pay 12 of my own dollars. I paid for the My Way charges because, I would just pay the daily My Way charges because I had been given, tickets from my school to go to work because of that placement. But then the buses got, or like the bus services like collated, so they, is that even a word? I've been using it because I like it, but I don't know if that's a word. But they not merge, but they allow transfers between services. So I was just using my Presto, so I have a bunch of those tickets left over, so I can use those. I will be using them on the weekend because they do expire. They expire in like 2028, but they do expire. But it is free bus uses for me. I don't have to use my Presto. So yeah, that's fun. I will be using that. am bad at the game. I will also, that also means I can go to my, my job meeting thing on Sunday, although I might end up having to use my way, depending on when the buses come, because that's at 7 o'clock in the morning. And the TTC bus that runs to my plant job doesn't run early enough, or like on weekends doesn't run early enough to let me go to work, or to my workplace any earlier than 7:15. So I might have to get off early and then, or get on another bus and walk, or get onto my way. I'll probably get onto a different bus and then walk. But yeah, I'll probably be getting the morning shift on Sundays anyway, which is fine. I actually quite like the morning shift on Sunday because it's a very slow, like, lazy shift. Like, there's still people there. There's plenty of people there, but it's generally cooler in the day, and it is quieter, which I appreciate. But it's been getting real warm. Like, yesterday it was 18 degrees. It's about 12 right now, so that's what I expect for spring, is 12-ish degrees. 17, 18 is too much. It's too warm, and knowing that we'll probably get frosts in April, but also it being 18 degrees yesterday is very funny to me. Like, we already did something like that. It, like, got below freezing, but during March break, it was like 18, 20 degrees. 18, 20 degrees and why do you do this? And very sunny. I went on like a 3-hour walk that day. That was nice. Yeah. That's also another thing I've been wanting to do, just like go on more walks, but I don't have the time because I don't have the time to do a lot of things, simply because when I do things, I do them for so many hours at once, instead of just like, yeah, I do something for like 15 minutes. I can't do that. I have to do things for hours or I don't do them at all. Which makes it hard. Although it is getting the sun's staying up for longer, like it just went down instead of having been down for 4 hours, or 3 hours at this point. Which means that if I really want to go on a walk, like in the park or whatever, I can do it after work. Or I'll be able to do it after work eventually. Cause when the sun goes down at like 9 and you finish work and you're home like at 6, you got time. You got time. Although, whenever I finish work, or lately after I've been finishing work, I've been very tired, but that also may be because I have been not doing the best job at sleeping, or doing like things that make me, or like, oh well. I'll figure it out. Sometimes after work I get zoomies. Or like, yeah, the equivalent. And then I sit down on the bus and I'm like, maybe if I sit down forever it'd be great. Which is also a problem. Yeah, if I want to go on a walk, I cannot sit. after work. I cannot sit directly after work or I will never move. I won't be able to move. I have to get better at standing, actually. I'm not bad at standing, but the thing is, I'm very used to leaning on things when that's annoying. I'm very used to leaning on things when I stand. And I have been trying to practice just standing up straight. Honestly, just standing up straight, not leaning on anything. And I love it when that happens. Okay. There we go. I thought it was something else. I apparently just clicked off the screen with my mouse. But yeah, I'm so used to standing, not slouching, but like leaning my weight to one side or like leaning against something. And so I've been practicing just standing up straight. The problem is my joints are hyperextended. At least like I have like hyperextended knees, which means that if I don't have some movement or like I don't adjust myself, my knees get really mad at me for standing straight on the whole time because they bend the wrong way, which is great. It's so good for my cause of standing up straight. A buzz cut. I thought it would be a... Is it called a beehive? I'm pretty sure there's a type of hairstyle is called a beehive. Hairdo. Yeah, beehive hair. It's a style. I think it's from like the 60s or 80s apparently. Is it? When was this from? No, it's from the 60s. It developed in 1960. Yeah. Hyacinth could also be a beehive. It's an updo. A buzz cut though is fun. Buzz. I've been doing bee research. Not really bee research. I've been doing, I was looking up bee names for, my FTH fic. Because I've decided that bee names are important. I also looked up type of gun. And also, I have to look up French city and, yeah, just French city. I have to look up French city and the name of a club, or just make up a club name, a French club name. So that's a challenge. Woo! That's a challenge that I have to contend with. I thought it'd be funny to do it to do a French thing, but now I'm considering that. Now I'm considering that maybe I just have to write things in French, but I do not want to write things in French because French can't. Ugh. It's a very pretty language. It's a very pretty language, and I like the language how it sounds. However, no. Emotionally, no. Ugh. I'm not spending a lot of time in France, okay? We're not spending a lot of time in France. Thank you for the offer, though. If I need help with French, I'll ask you. It was supposed to be like a super quick thing. It was supposed to be like a passing comment scene, and it was just supposed to be like, oh, that's kind of, yeah, he's in France, whatever. And then I started writing the scene, and it's now developed to a point where it needs dialogue, and I'm mad at myself for that. It was not supposed. I don't like writing dialogue. It was never supposed to have dialogue in it. But now it has dialogue, and I have to do something. I have to deal with that. I was thinking, like, am I just gonna write this in italics so that people don't have to translate what it is in French or just be unsure of exactly what they're saying? And that is where I stopped writing because I don't want to think about it. Or am I gonna write this in French so that people just have to just deal with that? I'm just not gonna deal with that. Just not gonna deal with it. Just gonna leave it for a little bit. Just gonna leave it and just think about it. Or I'm gonna rearrange. I'm gonna see if I can rearrange the scene so it doesn't have to have dialogue, but like the way that I've written it so far, and I like the way it's been written so far, or at least I remember liking it, kind of demands dialogue at this point, at this juncture. So, damn. I can always just have them speak a different language, just because of the story that's happening. I could just have them speak a different language instead of French. It's just like, yeah, they're speaking, I don't know, something else. They're speaking some other European language. Yeah. Speaking of my FTH fic, I like it. I'm enjoying the premise. I don't like writing. I don't enjoy it. It's boring. That is untrue. I enjoy writing very much. I have set myself a lofty goal, and sometimes you have to set yourself lofty goals. However, I am a little bit about it because it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, what I have planned is a lot. I am taking some scene shortcuts, or at least I'm taking some story shortcuts. There's a whole bit that's just a metaphor. It's great. I'm actually very proud of myself with that part, where it's just a metaphor, so I don't have to write a bunch of stuff. It's like just implying what's happening. I can just talk about true facts about a spider that I discovered. Well, I didn't discover the spider. A French man discovered the spider. Well, no, he described a spider. Well, I guess that is, like, discovering in... What? Yeah, he described the spider, so... Whatever, don't worry about it. But I found out about a spider, and I'm very happy with I'm very happy with this section because I can just not write. My favorite thing to do in writing is write in a way so I don't have to write. It's great. Don't do that to me. I thought I hit shift. I didn't. Yeah, so I'm gonna see how much of fake writing I can do, because I would love to fake write some more. So I don't have to real write, because real writing is stressful, and I have a whole emotional confrontation scene that I need to do not once, but twice. Well, actually, no, I think I have 3 of them to do in this one story, and then I have another story that is the soul sibling of this story that I'm writing that was actually started before, but it was it's a whole thing. Can you hear me scratching my arm, actually? I just realized it's really close to the mic. I'm not doing it anymore, but yeah. So I'm emotionally drained thinking about it, because when I write things down, or when I plan in a story, I have my bullet points, block of text, and then I have, like, timelines. I did write a timeline out, but I'm going to have to change it. Damn. Well, vague timeline. Just for visual's sake. The first time I did a timeline, it was because there was actual time-sensitive stuff happening, and it was only ever implied time-sensitive stuff. Well, no, it was not implied. It was actually pretty important to the thing, but most of the important time parts happened in the part that I wasn't writing at that time. I was writing a second part. But whatever. come here. Ow, my thumb. Ugh. All of my fingers are... Well, no, my hands in general are raw and unhappy with me. Because I treat them badly. I don't treat them badly, I just don't treat them well. I really have to take better care of my hands. They're having a rough time of it. Yeah, anyway, I like bullet points. I like the yeah, I like having the bullet points. I like having the timelines. Block of texts are the easiest way for me to get down information. They stress me. They also stress me the hell out. Because it's just... Sometimes I'll be kind to myself and I'll put, like, paragraphs. But most of the time, it's just stream of consciousness. Wall of text. It's actually better described as a wall of text instead of just a block of text. But it's just a wall of text and it is stressful to look at. Never mind, try to rearrange. Oh. The reason it was block of text and not wall of text before is because it was just like blocks of text before, because I would use it to describe what's happening in a scene when I know what's happening, when I know what's going to happen, but I don't have... I think I'm getting sick. I know what's gonna happen in a scene, but I don't exactly want to write it at that point in time, or I'm writing something else that I have to finish first, or I don't have time to write, or whatever. Like, I'll write down what happens in that scene. What started happening is that's gotten, I was like thinking I knew what happened in the scene, and then the truth was I didn't know what was happening in the scene, and so what ended up going on is instead of deleting any of them, because I only delete them when I write the thing that's happening, or I've filled in the space of where that block of text is, instead of, like, when I've changed the idea of what it's supposed to be, I just keep writing in more blocks of text, so now I have to sort through all of my blocks of text to find the one where it's, like, actually the correct one of whatever's happening in that situation. And it's stressing me out. I don't like it. I really should go through that and delete them. I might not go for that, just because that's in a really annoying spot. But yeah, I have to go. I have to deal with those. I have to deal with them. My favorite are the bullet points, because they don't actually tell me, for the most part, they don't actually tell me anything about what's happening in the story. A lot of the times it's just like world building, and they're also easy to read. They're so conducive to reading. Yeah, no, that's it. They're really conducive to reading, so I enjoy them for that. Is the water just gone past that point? So I enjoy them for that reason. What is happening here? Is this the end? If I go down past this, will I die? Let's not risk it. That I want to know, but I also want to fill up my whiz garden. But yeah. I also did sometimes I'll do a thing where I will think about a story so hard that I my ideas start coming out of my mouth without my say-so, and I can't stop it. So I will record myself talking utter nonsense. So I also have a recording that I have to listen back through to see if anything usable is there, but I have also just downloaded Dropout and got a subscription, so I want to watch D&D actual play. Actual play? What? Yeah, actual play. Cause it is fun and I enjoy it, okay? Yeah, I just finished Burrow's End, which is so good. Oh my god. I loved it so much. Burrow's End is so good! Makes me want to watch a movie, and I hate watching movies. That's untrue. I like watching movies, but I hate... I don't like doing stuff. Yeah, because it's based on Watership Down, which I've never watched. Kind of want to watch it now. Partially based. Anyway, Burrow's End is very good. I'm sad that it's only 10 episodes. It should be longer. It should have been longer. Yeah, all the players were so good. Rashawn and Jasper, who I'm pretty sure they haven't been in the Dome before. But yeah, the Dome newbies absolutely killed it. They were playing a married couple of stoats. They're so good. They did so good. They were great. And then I love Brendan as a PC always. He was playing a tired mom. It's great. Siobhan and Izzy playing siblings. They had a great dynamic. And then Erica was playing an old grandmother who will never die, which is awesome. So funny. So funny, horrifying. The first episode and like the first episode and first 2 episodes maybe I was listening to while I did work in the garden that is behind my house. I was helping my dad / also just doing my own gardening because I now have plots, or my dad gave me one of the raised beds to plant stuff, and I planted strawberries. Wow, that's a lot of green stuff. Please don't die. Ooh, key. Nope, don't do it. I planted 2 types of strawberries. Anyway, I was listening to that while I was helping my dad in the backyard, because actually I'd already I think I had already planted my stuff at that point, and because it was so warm this weekend, I'd already planted my things at that point, and I was just helping him separate more soil because he got rid of a couple of, or I don't know if he was just getting rid of them or if they just died. But he has his fig orchard, his mobile fig orchard, because it's just a bunch of figs in 5-gallon fabric, or not 5, 10 or 15-gallon fabric pots. And some of them did not survive. So what we were doing was we were liberating the potting mix from them, because it was just a ball of roots and a bunch of potting mix, which is fun. I got a pitchfork. We put a bunch of we put out a tarp. We pulled the root ball out of the bags, and then I started throwing them on the ground. I picked them up with the pitchfork and I slammed them on the ground, and then I started hitting them with the pitchfork like it was a pickaxe. It was great. It was very effective. We let them dry out some, which made them easier to sift and also easier to break apart, essentially. So I spent time doing that, and I was listening to Burrow's End, and I kind of wish I was watching, so I might go back and rewatch the first couple of episodes. I might just rewatch the whole season? Yeah, I might just rewatch the whole season again to really focus on the visuals, because Abria really kept asking for visuals and she kept getting them, like her disgusting bear Maxi macro, her gross bear and her terrible, terrible flesh creatures. Yeah, so I might go back and rewatch those because, and like the they can do projections on the dome now. So, which I've seen like behind the scenes stuff. It's not a dome anymore. It looks like what the dome looked like, but it's not actually a dome. It's just like walls or something like that. I don't know. And I feel betrayed, but it's fine. They can do projection on the dome walls, so they can do like yeah, Bria was asking them to do like shadow puppet stuff and like really cool visuals, so I want to watch with the intention of actually seeing those again. I keep watching and then doing something else that requires me to look. The reason I bring this up is because there's like other things I want to do, creatively at least, except I'm consuming content. And the thing about creating content is, oh, that's a fire truck. I wonder what happened. The thing about consuming content is it's really difficult to create content at the same time. I can listen to music for the most part while writing. I cannot watch videos while writing. And I have just started the Ravening War because I've been meaning to watch that as well. I've been meaning to watch a lot of things. I still have to watch well, I have to watch Junior Year. I have to watch Fantasy High Junior Year. Although that's still going on. No, but that's gonna come after. I have to binge Ravening War. And the Adventuring Party, because I love the Adventuring Parties. I don't know why. I didn't watch the Adventuring Parties for a lot of the Intrepid Hero seasons, because I watched a lot of the Intrepid Hero seasons on YouTube. And, well, no, actually. Well, no, yeah, some of the starting ones I did, and then I got Dropout, and then I just didn't watch the Adventuring Parties because I'm, unwise. I'm dumb. So I do have to go back and watch Adventuring Party for some of the other seasons. Although for my favorite seasons, I have watched the whole thing and the Adventuring Parties over and over and over again, and by that I mean I have watched the Starstruck Odyssey and Misfits and Magic so many damn times it is kind of embarrassing. There's also some seasons I would have loved to have Adventuring Parties for, but they don't have Adventuring Parties for them. The Adventuring Party is just like the after show, where they just immediately afterwards talk about what happened in the episode. If you didn't know, like the Unsleeping City, I believe that the first season of Unsleeping City did not have Adventuring Party, or at least I couldn't find it. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I really like the Unsleeping City because I am a big fan of oh, and Never After. God, Never After is so good. I have to rewatch that. And also the Adventuring Parties for that. I think I watched that twice. Starstruck Odyssey I've watched so many times it's embarrassing, but I like Starstruck Odyssey, okay? I like fantasy and sci-fi and modern day things mixed together. I know Starstruck Odyssey is a little bit more sci-fi, but the energy in that season was so good. what was I saying? Yeah, I love Unsleeping City. So no, bites you. Yeah, and I just wish unless I'm wrong, there just is an Unsleeping City adventuring party for season 1. I just wish I wanted to know their thoughts on some of this stuff, because it's a lot happened. And it'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. But alas. And I think my favorite part about actual play is just that, well, first of all, I like D&D, so of course I'm gonna be a big fan of that, but it's just the way people tell stories when they don't have time to plan them out, or well, plan them out to like the letter, is so different and so much more fun, I think. In a lot of ways, the spontaneity adds so much life and character to stories, just because, like, you can't be so rigid with them. Like, I'm gonna cry. You truly can't be rigid, because it's collaborative storytelling, but B, it's collaborative storytelling. B, you are making it up. It's improv. You're making it up in the moment. And C, you have the dice rolls, so it's not all completely, or it's not just like choices you or the other people make. It's also like luck based. And they talk a lot about the dice telling a story, which is so very true. I wish I could jump, which is so very true, because sometimes the dice tell a story and it's so good, and sometimes the dice tell a story that is kind of cheesy, but it's because the dice telling a story, no one gets mad, because it's great and it's amazing, and we love the dice telling a story that's cheesy and sweet, and we love it. Like there's some things in Critical Role, they're just like, or at least, yeah, of what I've seen of Critical Role, Series 2 is my baby. The Mighty Nine are everything to me, and I love them so much. I tried getting to Series 2, that's what I was saying. Did I say that? I don't know. Tried getting to Series 3, struggled a bit with it. I don't gel as well with the characters. Series 2, that was just so special to me. I'm actually quite excited for the animated version of Critical Role. However, here's the thing. I understand them getting new voices for the NPCs. However, there's some NPCs that feel like should be Matt. There's some NPCs I believe should just be Matt, because of how integral, how often we the characters interacted with them, and like how much we heard Matt's version of these voices. Is just like, if Essek is played by someone else, I'll still love him because he's Essek and he's my favorite war criminal. He will always be my favorite war criminal in my heart of hearts. But Matt's version of him is just so iconic. And I will be very upset. I will be very quietly upset if they have someone else play him, okay? That's it. That's my 2 cents. But yeah, he's special to me, okay? He's so awkward. Terrible little wizard. I love wizards. I'm such a big fan of wizards. They are all terrible people. They're not all terrible people. They are mostly terrible people, though. and it's great. It's so good. I think every group should just have a wizard, or just like a wizard personality, because it just adds so much flavor. It's good. There's so many versions of wizard. It's great. It's good. I feel like I was saying something else. Oh yeah. There are some things, because Critical Role is a longer story, like longer campaigns, and then Dimension 20 has really short campaigns in comparison. And also in general, most people's campaigns are gonna last longer than like the amount of episodes those seasons get. Although actually, because I'm pretty sure most seasons are around 10 episodes, I think. Because I know, okay. Oh, no, Ravening War is significantly shorter. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah. So Ravening War is 6. I know that Burrow's End was 10. How much is junior year? How many is junior year getting? Or how many does junior year have right now? I don't remember when it started. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh god. Yeah, so it's a long, yeah, because I remember the Intrepid Heroes have like the long seasons, and then you get mini seasons in between of whatever. Of just like yeah, they're minier seasons. So you get more time with the Intrepid. I love the Intrepid Heroes. They have such a good dynamic together. The cast is great, and they're very funny, and I love them so much. I don't know these people. I love them as storytellers, which is the fastest way to my heart specifically. Oh, another thing I love about actual play is that it is, from a storytelling perspective, is that it is to a degree it is real people. Like, they are obviously playing characters and they're improving, but they are real people who make real mistakes and will act or feel a certain way about like the things their characters do, or the way that the universe conspires against them. And so it's, and also they have like their own goals and stuff, and people don't really want to feel stupid. So it's a lot harder for there to be flanderization. Yeah, it's a lot harder for their characters to get flanderized, or just like everything just feels a lot more genuine in actual play, partially because it is genuine, but even though some of the things are like chosen for the characters, there's a lot of a lot of the characters do have agency and feel like they have agency and aren't being forced into doing things, or it's also because they're good storytellers. I know this is not going to be true of all actual play, but actual play in that these people are literally professionals doing this and professionally do this. Speaking of which, they're playing at Madison Square Garden, which is cool. Obviously, I will not be there, but it's cool for them. Good for them. I'm very excited to see that when that comes out. What was I saying? Oops. I've been having issues with this something and their treatment of my favorite character. Well, no, I have many issues with some things and their treatments of my favorite character, and it's the same character. Well, it's not exactly the same character, but it is the same character. Keep treating my boy badly. Anyway. I like that we don't get that in the story, in actual play, because the actors care so much about their characters, and they have so much say over what happens with their characters, and they can't, because of like dice rolls and the DM, they can't like make whatever happen, so it doesn't feel cheap. Everything does feel like it's earned when they get things, and they earn them, and they're allowed to do that, and it's great, and it's wonderful, and they're not taken as they're not made into a joke in a way that feels like bullying. Oh, that's not a nice thing to say about, because the series I'm talking about, you might be able to guess what I'm talking about. It's fine if you do. I'm not gonna say it because I feel mean saying it, because they're doing a good job for the most part. However, it does feel like they are bullying my boy, okay? They're bullying my boy, and I love him, and I don't want him to be bullied. And it's like, not even I'd be fine if it's the characters doing it, because that's how that works. Characters can bully other characters, that's fine. At least in that sense, there's something that the character can overcome or deal with or whatever. There's something structural there, but it feels like the writers are bullying my boy. And, like, it would be fine because he's a bit self-deprecating, whatever. He's a bit silly, he's a bit dumb, or he has moments where he acts very dumb, but that's fine. And it would be fine. It's fine for the most part. It's fine character trait to have, whatever. And thing is, it'd be okay if he was a real person, right? It would be fine if he was a real person, because people just act that way, and sometimes things happen. But the fact that this is scripted and written out, and all of it is not, like, all of it is chosen and decided on and created, feels like bullying. And it's like, because the actor's doing a good job of him, right? Like, the actor, so much props to the actor who is portraying my boy. They're doing a great job. However, there's only so much you can do when the universe is treating you like a joke. There's only so much you can do with a character who the universe is treating like a joke. And the thing is, it's just like, usually I'm fine, like in the Dimension 20, I think, well, yeah, no, actually, the Mighty Nine were also absurd, but I think just, for the fact of Dimension 20 is so short that, or like the Dimension 20 seasons are so short that, people are really just going for it most of the time. So they make bigger moves, and that leads to things being very funny sometimes. Or at least a lot of them are comedians first and then actors. Or like, that, I feel like they're comedians first and then actors. yeah, they're so very funny, and they're very like explosively funny, probably because again the seasons are so short, they don't have a lot of time to just be kind of funny or like subtly funny. There's so much is happening at once, and it's like there's some bits that I'm maybe not the most fond of, but they're quick, they're short, they're happening in real time, and for a lot of them, they fit the vibe of the show, because even during like the horror seasons, or the horror seasons, it's still a group of comedians making or doing a D&D game, which is inherently just kind of funny. D&D games are just inherently kind of funny. But with the piece of media that is bullying my boy, it is, I know it's supposed to be like a dramedy, where it's like, yeah, a drama comedy. However, vibes are different. The vibes are different. Especially because it's just my boy. they're just taking the piss out of my boy specifically. He's like the comic relief, and it's fine. However, we spend so much time with him, and where he is the comic relief, and then like he's like the main character. Or at least he's the narrator. And there's usually a reason that the comic relief character is not the main character or the narrator, and it's because it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks to have that be true, because it is, you can't, it's difficult to take them seriously, or like, yeah, take what they say seriously when their job, character-wise, is to be the butt of a lot of jokes. And that's happening with my boy, my poor boy, who has strong morals and cares about things, but is again the comic relief, and so the butt of many of the jokes. And so, and like, it's fine if he is. I don't understand why they're doing it like this. Where they're making his like beliefs and standings part of the joke, and and the joke is like, oh yeah, he's a hypocrite, which is upsetting. It's like, yeah, this is a good guy, except he's also very much a hypocrite, and it's annoying. It's kind of annoying. It's like, I read a thing where it's talking about that the series was kind of doing that, and I was like, it's not that bad. And then I was like consuming the content, and I kept noticing it happening, and then I was like, oh yeah, that is pretty bad. I can't unnotice that now. That's not great. Because it's very noticeably none of the other characters. Or like, when it is the other characters, it doesn't feel as egregious. Mostly because I guess the other characters don't really have the personality for it. But it very much is like, wow, you were... It's like, well, you weren't bullied in school, or it's like to this character, wow, you weren't bullied in school. The only reason you weren't bullied in school was because you let yourself be made fun of, and then said that wasn't bullying because you let yourself be made fun of, huh? Which is just the vibe I get from this character. It's like, he'll just take anything. It's not like you could pour a bowl of soup in his lap and he would say sorry, but it's like, oh yeah, you could just, like, you could rip him apart at the seams and he would just laugh and smile and go with it. And it's like, wow, that's not the best vibe. It's not great. Please, please don't do that. Also kind of, like, I understand why this is happening, and it's not a bad thing that what has caused this to happen. It's actually pretty good, a pretty good thing. Like, I like it, but the way they're going about it is upsetting to me. Because they've introduced a character that is, because this is an adaptation, and you can probably guess this is about, if you know what I've been talking about. If you know what I'm interested in, you can probably guess what I'm talking about, but it's fine if you can't, because I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, because this is an adaptation, they've decided to adapt some things, and one of the things they've decided to adapt is sort of a new character, sort of remaking an old character or a couple of old characters, which is fine. It's fun, more representation, and whatever. It's cool. I like the character. However, in order to give this character more stuff to do, they've taken the role of my boy and they've split it. They've kind of split it between new character and my boy, which is a choice because the way they've gone about it is not like changing the roles around, but they've just decided to take part of my boy's character and move it somewhere else and leave nothing else there. So that's something they did. I don't know why they did it that way, but they definitely did that. They've also, like, just, it's an interpretation of the character. That's fine. Whatever. I understand that it's probably a little bit more relatable, his skill set, the way that it is, compared to doing, I don't know, to making him very, very good at what at the stuff he does. However, they've decided to just make him not good at the things that he's known for from the original. They've decided to go, yeah, no, he's not good at that. And it's like, so what's the point of it? Again, my favorite character. But, like, what's the point of him? Why is he here? They've just done a bunch of things. They've made a bunch of little decisions that have stacked together to make me like, okay. And again, if these were real people, which is what it's kind of like set up as, right? It's set up like these are real people living in the world, the modern day world. So if these were real people and they were just like a group of friends hanging out and this is what they did, it'd be fine, because that's how that works. However, it's not. These are characters that people have decided they're going to write this way, and they've created this world and these characters and this adaptation in this way specifically. So it feels like it feels kind of like bullying. They've taken this character, they've made him they've kind of, again, narrator, sort of main character, just because it follows him around, and they've just decided to make him worse. I don't know. Again, it's entertaining and it's fun. That's the thing with him being the comic relief, he's a very entertaining character, and the actor is doing a phenomenal job with, I think, a really good job with it. He feels like a real person, and I really like that, and I like the way that he talks, because he's very funny. So it is enjoyable. It makes me feel sour on the inside, just because it's a little... It's just like... Yeah, it's also weird, because the subject matter is a little bit heavier. And then this character is not... This character who is the narrator is not allowed to, like, be at the same... He does kind of feel like a cartoon character. A little bit just, like, put into the story, and it's like, you are misplaced, my friend. What are you doing here? So that's something that... Yeah, that's something, but... It is what it is. If it... We'll see how it develops, but it is, like... Characters do tend to... When flanderization happens, it tends to snowball. So we'll see if it gets worse or better. I really hope it doesn't get worse. It's not great to start with. I don't even know if it's because actually no, it's been a while. It's been a bit, so I think this could be considered flanderization, but like, you know, I'm hoping things are getting better. Because at the end of the last episode that I listened to, consumed, it just removed him entirely and then had the very serious moment, which felt intentional. Well, no, it was intentional. Again, this is a story that was written by people, and all these things were decisions made. But they very much did have... Don't strench me while I'm ranting. Hey-oh, fine, whatever. I stretched. What's up? Yeah, they very much did have him just leave for the very serious moment in the episode, which is, you know, if it's a pattern, like there was in-universe reasons for it, but thinking of it from a story perspective, it does... And there's also just like, don't let him have serious moments, and it's like, or like, very much, again, he's the butt of a lot of jokes. Again, he is like a comic relief character, or he's been made into one. So I get why. It's just, you know. Anyway, what's up? What's poppin'? What's popping? What's up? What's the question? Cause like they could like, again, they had an in-universe justification for why he had to leave. They didn't have to do that. So they did just have him leave. Also, so they had him leave. They were in like a basement cellar, and then he had to leave the basement cellar. He went outside. He went literally outside, and then the characters who the story is focusing on, don't do that. You're mean. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you listen to any of the context, you'll find out. Or you'll realize what I'm talking about, because I did rant to you about, or no, I was talking to you about this a little bit ago. Anyway, they did have him go, or like, yeah, he went outside, but then the characters the story was focusing on had to go they were in an underground cellar, and then they had to go into the house, which means they also went outside, which means they just decided not to bring him with them. Like, they just passed him, or like, I don't know where he was, but like, they did just move past him, and so they just had him not in this scene. Which felt... No, it's not a fanfic. Which felt kind of intentional, and it irked me. It was like, oh, cool. And then, so the scene was two other characters, one of which being the character that his role has been split between. Is it heat waves? When have I ever done that with when have I ever ranted about heat waves? So yeah, it was just like that character that, again, like that character, however, that character's just, are you finally watching new media? Define new. define new. Yeah, again, the character his role has been split between is in that scene. And it did make, and new to you, no? Sort of. And it really was kind of a, what was the point of him? Why is he here? I understand he's there because he's the narrator, right? Or for the most part, the narrator. However, they've, again, decided to make him bad at the things that he's known for, and decided to to split his role between another character who, let's be honest, no, sort of, because I'm not saying the name, but I am ranting about things that I do not like about a Siri who is bullying my boy. You know, I refuse to answer your question. I refuse to answer. Anyway, yeah, so they've decided to make him not good at the thing he's supposed to be good at, or he was known to be good at in this adaptation, and they've decided that he's not as, or like the role he has in the original work is not gonna be just his role, it's gonna be someone else's. And they've also keep making things that he chooses to do not work out for him. Like, they do sort of work out, but they don't ever work out how they're supposed to work out, and he kind of just like fumbles his way into solutions, and it's like, wow, why is he here? you should be someone else. You just, and again, the problem is that the actor is very charming. Is it? No. No. Like, again, the actor is very charming in this role, and he makes the character very charming. I am annoyed by his existence to some degree, because why? And then they had an episode where he was being cool, he was doing a cool thing. But like the entire time up to that point, he was again just being bullied by the universe, which means he was being bullied by the writers. Just in everything, just the whole time. And then he's like one cool moment where he's not really being cool. He was just kind of like, he was doing a thing that was cool, but he was himself not being cool. And again, was kind of did kind of seem to just be stumbling through. Not really stumbling, but like, I don't know, it was weird. It was... The actual act was very impressive and very cool. It's just... Maybe it was a delivery thing. I don't remember, because I am not gonna rewatch it. Reconsume it. Watch isn't even the correct term, anyway. I'm not going to reconsume my media, but I probably should for purposes of knowing what I'm talking about, but I think I might get upset. I might get annoyed if I do that. Yeah, I remember it feeling off. Just like, at least in comparison to another adaptation. And the way that they handled a scene very similar to that. He felt like he was fumbling, and it was like, why is it like that? I remember just being like, why is it? Yeah, this is what I wanted, but why is it like that? Why am I upset? Why am I not happy? It's like, oh yeah, it's because he's not allowed to have serious moments for some reason. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do they not like him? What did my boy ever do to you? They're doing it fine. Yeah, it's fine. Is this the beginning of your hater arc? No, I don't hate it. I'm enjoying it. I'm just... Again, this is the problem with how I don't... Oh, cool, you're not dead. This is the problem with how I read, right? I've explained this to you. I can't do things, or I struggle to consume media mindlessly, which sounds like a flex, but is not. Maybe it just sounds like a flex to me, but means to be enjoying it. I only have so many complaints because I want to enjoy it. Like, I'm right, like there's a level of my engagement in something. It's not a flex. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's a level the reason that I have so many complaints is because my level of engagement is quite high. If it's not very high, I don't have much input on it. Because I care. That's it. Yeah, because I care. I don't TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Please delete the app. You're better than this, I swear. Anyway, yeah, the way I engage with media, and my favorite way to engage with media, is through literary analysis most of the time. Yes, you are. Yeah, it's through it's through the lens of literary analysis, and it's so hard to ignore. I'm trying to enjoy the series, and the way my brain is working makes it really difficult. But also, like, they could just... Is the way you engage in media just like consuming coke? No, I wouldn't know. It is... It'd be great to, like, turn a blind eye. Or just, like, not think about stuff, but I gotta. Unfortunately, I gotta. 5 minutes. Are you asking for me to give you 5 minutes, or are you saying to do it for... No, you're not allowed. Anyway, yeah, it's... Love Flannery. I don't like Flannery. It's so annoying. Flannerization is annoying. Again, would be fine if he was a real person. Things like, I've seen real people act like that. Second, I'm not stretching again. You gotta wait till, 2:40. I'll give you 2:30. You gotta wait for 2:30. to do it, although I will probably end by 2:30. Anyway, again, he'd be fine if he was real. He's not, though, so these are all choices, and it does feel... Love you. It does feel like it's not... They're doing it on purpose. Or like they're... being mean. First letter or number of letters? I have to also go figure out... That's not what I wanted. I have to go figure out what it is. Give me a second. Type of word. No, that's not one of the ones you can get from hints. That's one of the ones you get from donating it. No, I'll give it to you anyway. It's just because I don't care. I don't mind. Okay, I'll go with the one that I've told you about. Noun. You get a noun. Could be anything. Not anything, but yeah, noun. Because there are 2 words up, but the one that we've been talking about is the one that I remember. So it's or the one that I remember. Oh. It's a different word. Yeah, it's a noun. Do you know the letters and the number of letters in the first letter? I might have given you wrong information. Oopsies. I can't count. If I did give you wrong information, so I did give you wrong information. Wait, let me just double check that I gave you wrong information. I may be wrong. I may be wrong about how, or right, yeah. Yeah, so it's 8 letters. So it is 8 letters. I thought I said 9, so I'm pretty sure I did say 9. It is 8 letters. Oops, I'm so sorry. I can't count. I'm so sorry. I am also not. I can't. Again, it's a number past 4. We've talked about this. I struggle. I'm gonna sue for emotional damage. I'm so sorry, but the judge is out today. And also, there is no system of law in this place. I am the system of law in this place. Welcome to the council. Oh, speaking of council stuff, I'll stab. Who are you gonna stab? Me? Good luck. But speaking of the council, I did mention that I was a spider and my brain was full of slugs. All of the admins, that's what I was talking about, the admins, who do in general look like a bunch of slugs, but that's just because of their cloaks. Pink is a slug, however, the other admins are not necessarily slugs, but they do look, again, the cloaks do create the look of a slug. For example, red is a bunch of termites. Red is a bunch of termites. Pink is, yeah. Okay, so yeah, sort of, and also, yes. If we're talking about the bugs that are in my brain, pink is a slug of some sort. But again, they all kind of look like... Again, the cloaks kind of make them look like blobs. Amorphous amoebas. Yeah, red's a bunch of termites. Green's aphids. Pink is a slug. And then I don't know what the other ones are. What's up? And then I am a spider. Hello. Am I a spider without a web? Do I spin a web? You are. You've been assigned a furry by the YouTube recommendeds. Just watch other stuff. Unless you keep watching furry content. The real web is the friends you trapped along the way. I love adding spider elements to stories. Yeah, do you know how to I just wanted to draw cats. Yeah, do you know how a spider's web works? Well, depends on what spider it is. Oh, no. 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 You think you appeared in the council room without your knowledge or memories of your previous lives willingly? You think that's what happened? God, no. No. None of us are here willingly. We're still here willingly, of course, but none of us arrived here willingly. That's not how this works. Darling, what are you talking about? Of course you're not here willingly. Hi. Don't do that. Stop it. Anyway, yeah, no, you're not. Am I not? No, you continue to be here willingly, but you didn't arrive in the council willingly. That was against your will. Lore-wise, of course. I'm not trapping you here. Yeah, you know how Kai, well, I guess the Kai 2.1.0, was, showed up without knowledge, or, well, I guess none of you showed up with any knowledge or memory, really. Of the time before. Not on me. You guys got trapped here. I'm also not here willingly. Well, part of me isn't. Redacted is not here willingly. Well, Redacted is not here willingly. Again, it's like it's a weird thing. Because Redacted is me. Redacted is not where they are willingly, but I can't have them roaming around the other rooms, or they'll end up doing something. Redacted will create birds, and we don't allow that here. How do I get up there? Can't get up there. Tough. Redacted is fun. I've heard. What do you mean you've heard? You have the most. You talk to Redacted the most. Also, it's all caps. I'm so sorry. From no one specifically. You have you have personal experience with Redacted. Redacted loves you. Oh my god. You're lazy? God, you suck. What you talk? I, on the other hand, am subject to the worst forms of Redacted, which is just the. It is like it is so hard to think when my brain is having a fun time, and I'm saying fun time, and I don't know if you can hear my quotations. But yeah, when it's just going and it just keeps going, it's like I'm because my work is like manual, or yeah, it's like manual labor, so there's a lot of space. It's my keyboard. I'm not using the clicky keyboard, but it's my other keyboard. I can't because I'm wearing headphones, but I'm also not attached to the, or like listening to what's coming through my microphone. Yeah, so I'm thinking while I'm doing, because I'm hitting the other key, I'm thinking while I'm doing my work, no, thinking while I'm doing work, and then I'm like staring blankly, because that is how I think. I just stare blankly while I do it. And then someone will call my name and ask a question. I'll be like, what? And then I have to answer the question and like, where am I? And it does feel like I can see where I am, and I knew what I was doing, and I was paying attention because I have to pay attention while I'm working. But it is like, it is extremely jarring, and then when I go back, I have to just like wait a second while my brain tries to recuperate, because I have to find where I was, and it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. Hard to focus. That's just, no. Not necessarily. Yes, my therapist is trying to work it out of me, but hey. Any late lovers in the building tonight? Cries. Cries on the inside and the outside. How dare you invoke the ancient words? Specifically Lath. Specifically Lath. Why did you have to use that word one? Just call it Clans like everyone else, okay? I am seeking the dark magics. You are summoning you are summoning things you don't know. It's funnier. I know it's funnier. Viltron, it's Clans. That's just, it's the other name for Clans, the one that's sanctioned by the one that was sanctioned by the showrunners before they queer baited. Starts crying. Never seen it. Good. Don't. It's not good. It isn't good, okay? Used to. What are you talking about? I just do it in my head now. There is every chance that because this is how it works. Like, I'll start thinking of fanfic scenarios in my head, and we'll put it off until I physically can't anymore and break down and start writing. So there is every chance, and I've been doing that. I've been doing that for Clans lately, or recently. So there is every chance that it will happen again. It's actually just a mass hallucination. They really did that. They really did. It is the me not physically writing is the one control I have over my own brain. Okay, let me have this. My physical body is the only barrier between my brain and the rest of the world. I don't want to subject. Again, my brain is a different person. Redacted is back there doing stuff, and I'm up front here. And Redacted is constantly trying to get me to do things. And the other ones who are also there, but they're unimportant at the moment. Lovers, okay, it's a pipeline. Sorry, every time I have to read Lathe, it is causing psychic damage. It is causing psychic damage. My nose is bleeding, so thank you. It's so funny. You're so funny for that. My nose is bleeding right now. These are lies. I am lying to you. Other parts of my body are bleeding, like my hand, which, well, no, actually, it's not bleeding. I just do have a cut. It's just an open cut on my finger. And the reason it's still open is because I've been putting tape. Today I put a piece of tissue between my cut and the tape, but I'd been putting tape on it, so every time I pulled the tape off, which would be every day, at least twice, every time I pulled the tape off, it would just rip open the wound again, and I really should have stopped doing that earlier, but I forgot. So that happened. Are you like this? Because it's much more convenient to not have infections. No, okay, so here's the thing. The reason... Oh, my hands are soft. The reason that it is tape is because any Band-Aid I put on at my job where I work with metal and coolant and my hands get used enough that they get cut like this, any Band-Aid is going to get destroyed and in fact just hold more bacteria onto my skin. The reason I'm using tape is because it stops anything from actually contacting my cuts, because it actually sticks to my skin and creates a watertight seal, which is the important part. Ah. Ah. I can't wear thimbles at my job. Thank you. Here's the thing. I usually don't actually use Band-Aids, or no, okay. I don't like using Band-Aids because they will come off of my hands, because... No! Do you know how to use a thimble? Most people don't know how to use the thimble. I will just bleed, okay? Leave me alone. The point of a thimble is to prevent... So when you're sewing a lot, this is a thing that happens when you sew a lot, or I guess you have a tougher material to sew through. I've actually would have benefited from thimbles a few times when embroidering. Bridges were not made out of thimbles. What you do is you put it on the finger that pushes the needle through the fabric. It's not actually to prevent you from being stabbed, it's to prevent, like... Because after a couple hours of sewing, let me tell you, your fingers get so beat up pushing that piece of metal, because it's such a small point of contact on your skin, and it is very hard. Like, needles are very hard. The metal is very hard. So after a while, it really does just beat up. A lot of people have it on their middle finger and then push with that. I never got used to that, so I do use it. I would use it in my index finger if I used it. I have used it a few times, except I do embroidery mostly, which needs a little bit more precision, which is why people have it on their middle finger and push with their middle finger. But with the embroidery hoop, it's difficult to do. I'm not doing it. No, they were not. Yeah, that's why people would have it on their middle finger, because it leaves their index finger free to do the positioning. I really do have to practice hand sewing. I'm not thinking about it because it's snack bike. Screw you. Screw you. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. Actually, I do have... Ooh, because my birthday happened, I do have snacks here. Haha, I don't have to leave. So, I got a bunch of snacks from my birthday. One of them was a box. It's a plastic box. I like boxes. Of candy, gummy candy. And it's peach flavored gummy rings. So, aha. And also no sound because, well, you get the sound of the box, but the actual, it's gummy. Or not very much sound. Actually, well, Depends on how much it's picking up. Yeah, we gotta set up a thing. Don't we? Well, we didn't do a thing for your birthday. Unless you guys did a thing for your birthday and you didn't invite me, which would have been kind of funny. We can have a joint birthday, unless you've already had a birthday party. Or a birthday celebration. We don't have to do my birthday, though. But I do want to see you guys. It was school grind. Damn. Yeah. By the time you guys are out of school, I will be in second job, so that'll be fun. OMG, I'm 21 now. Yay. I found out that my, yeah. I know, you're older than me. We can go drinking in America. Just to, like, flex on our friends, we should do that, except both of us don't drink. Which is the funniest way to... Oh, don't fall to your death, please. Which is the funniest version. Because we're both the oldest in our friend group, but we also don't drink, so we've both been able to drink for longer than our friends have legally. And we can also legally drink in America, so we should go to a bar. And I don't have a passport that's valid anymore, never mind. Yeah. Here's the thing. I have to get if I re-up my passport, renew my passport, I have to get an adult passport. Right? Because the last one I did, I got when I was 14, and then it expired when I was 19. I'm not getting a driver's license. That's not even the question. The thing about renewing your passport, going from a child passport to an adult passport, it's a whole business. It's a whole freaking deal. Alright, have fun. Thank you for coming. It's a whole freaking deal. It's like you gotta get people, you have to get guarantors? You have to get people to vouch for your identity and, like, ID. I do not have ID, and, like, you have to get the photographer to vouch for your existence. Yeah, exactly. In too much. Is terrible. So can you be one of my characters? I think you can. But yeah. And he still lost it. His parents did it for him? Damn. Right. Because you guys both would have needed it. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway. Yeah, it's my first time in a long time not actually having a valid passport, because we traveled so much while I was growing up. Yeah, my parents still travel a bunch. But yeah, stupid. You have a care for you. He's like that. Butterflies. You know, he's like that, but whatever. Okay. I am tired. I would like to go to sleep. That's untrue. I'm not gonna go to sleep. And you're streaming free Palestine. Yeah, exactly. You're so right, bestie. You're so correct. You know Yvonne Baker, the guy who spoke at our grad, is our MP. I do find that funny, mostly because I listened to him make the same speech twice, because he was at my brother's graduation as well, and my brother's graduation happened like the same week as our grad. Yeah, so it was, my mom also commented on it, because again, she was there for it, and she was like, yeah, he said the same speech. I just find it really funny that he was speaking at my grad and also my brother's grad. And I'm mentioning him now because you don't move, because you mentioned Free Palestine, but also because, and he voted yay to passing the cease, or the stop selling arms. I actually don't remember exactly what it is. I think it was stop selling arms to Israel. Yeah, he voted yay for that. And also at my bus stop that I'm at every single day, there's a thing of him. He's a poster. He's a poster there. Or not a poster, he's like the thing in the bus, but the bus, the cover, what is it called? Shelter. Bus shelter, that's what it's called. Okay, he's based, yeah. No, it's just, I have to stand there at that bus shelter every day. I don't know him, I also don't know him. I've seen him twice. I have to like look at his face every day. He's just there smiling at the bus shelter. It's like, just thinking about that. But yeah. Anyway, District 8. Sometimes I get... I want to go to bed. I was watching The Ravening War, so I'm gonna finish that. Here, let's just go through the thing. The goal is to have a bunch of wisps, but probably not. Anyway. Okay, not bad, but I did better. I literally did better today before, but yeah, at least I have some. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for coming. If you've stayed, thank you for staying. I want a wisp friend. I do also want a wisp friend. I really have to finish that cosplay, or start it actually. I have to start that cosplay. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll make plans. Anyway. Here, thank you for coming. If you stayed, thank you for staying. Love you so much. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.